Hi, I'm Mark Bennison, and I'm a Senior Lecturer in Programming and Games Development, teaching predominantly on the BSc in Games Development in the School of Computing. I've been at the university since October 2019, before that working predominantly in further education establishments, teaching computer science with a specialism in software, web, app and games development. Today I'll be taking you through the BSc in Games Development at the University of Sunderland. The digital industries are often considered to be broken down into digital tech and digital creative. Games development often sits in between the two, requiring a lot of design work, creative work, and a lot of programming. Our course focuses more on the digital tech side. We are a software development course with a games flavour. We are not an arts and design course, so we won't be assessing your artistic ability on the course, although you will have the opportunity to flex your creative muscles and try some new things. As games developers, you'll be able to apply skills from across the computer science curriculum. Networks for multiplayers, cybersecurity for anti-hacking and anti-cheat, web content to make web games or to make a web portfolio to showcase to employers, and of course software development to develop algorithms that will be used in your games, such as for artificial intelligence. You'll be learning C# a lot, and you'll be doing a bit of C++ and Python along the way too. We'll use C# in Unity and Visual Studio, where we'll make a lot of our games. Some students also choose to use other engines, such as Unreal. You'll be doing a bit of machine learning and artificial intelligence with Python. And you'll get an appreciation for that digital creative side, 3D modeling and animation and textures required through tools such as Autodesk's 3ds Max or Maya, or even Blender. To get on the BSc in Games Development, we typically ask for 112 UCAS points from 2 A levels or equivalent. We expect applicants to have their level 2 in Maths and English, such as GCSE Grade C or Grade 4 or above. We'll accept functional skills and key skills too. If, for whatever reason, you don't have the grades requirement, speak to us. You may also be interested to know that there's an integrated foundation year, where you can do the degree with an extra year of foundation studies to get you up to speed. Let me tell you a little about the modules that we do. In year 1, all our computer science students study the fundamentals of computing. You'll do programming, networking, web development, and a range of other things. You'll learn the basics, the essential skills that you need to be a computer scientist and a games developer. You'll also have a specialist module. For us, Introduction to Games Development. This will give you some of the underpinning skills that you can then use when you go into year 2. In year 2, you really get to focus on your specialist field, games development. You will identify areas of personal and professional interest and commit to improving your skill set in a manner that is tailored to your needs and preferred learning style. I've had students opt to use our VR kits to create their first virtual reality games, while others might focus on developing their art skills or learning to use shaders in Unity. You can really steer your learning in the personalized skills development module to something that you want to do. In the software enterprise project, you'll be allocated a team, and between yourselves will establish roles and responsibilities, a team leader, and you will work through that project with a real industry client. As an example, in the spring of 2020, we had a number of teams working on creating a first-person game involving stealth mechanics and advanced AI. Some interesting products were produced. You will find yourselves creating mini-games to set themes and short bursts of development during the rapid game prototyping module. It's not dissimilar to game jams. In fact, you'll have the opportunity to get involved in the global game jam or the Ludum Dare, such as a few camped out on site in January of 2020 to produce a game in just 48 hours straight. You will learn about object-oriented programming, focusing on languages such as C++. Assignments in the past have included source code being provided for students to then make object-oriented. In games programming, we'll look at what you've learned in C# in year 1 to create a game in Unity, focusing on algorithms that make the game interesting rather than the aesthetics, which is what it looks like or the art. That doesn't concern me too much. We're coders, and it's the complexity of the algorithms I'm really interested in, such as AI or fancy physics engines. Showreel here shows some of the assets our program has made in the Game Asset Development module. We like to have an appreciation for what the artists go through to create models and texture them. We'll bring it closer to our field by then importing these assets into our own game environments and testing out animation tools, shaders, and post-processing effects. In your final year, you'll complete that computing project, looking at a particular area of games development and researching it in detail. You'll do some artificial intelligence to really hone your skills. You'll develop for a platform such as PlayStation or mobile. You'll create a portfolio that you can use to show employers. And you'll have the option of choosing another module such as Android development, user experience design, or software enterprise. And now I'll present to you some of the games made as part of Rapid Game Prototyping in Year 2 of 2020. Your moment starts here. Apply today.